What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another How to Play. Today, I'm going to be talking about James Hicks's 12th place Ochako 2 deck. Let's jump in it. The video today is going to go over the deck list that they played, as well as the strategy and tactics that we get to employ inside of it. And then at the very end, we're going to do a quick little deck list recap and kind of plug in any holes that we might be missing. So here's the deck list, and here's Ochako 2, 5-hand size, 33 health character. This deck was being played under the death symbol. Ochako 2 says, after my non-throw attack deals damage, add it back to my hand, and my next card is a little easier to play. This attack gets -3 speed, so a little bit of a defense on her face. And then enhance, repeatable, not once per turn, not commit. Every attack that you play gets +2 damage, or +2 speed, excuse me. Every attack gets very fast. I love Ochako 2. One of my absolute favorite characters in the entire game. This character is a blast to play. The pinnacle of 5-hand size aggro. So let's jump into it. So, Death Ochako 2 has massive bombs. We want to just slam these huge moves, as well as a repeatable draw power, right? We play a move, we pick it back up, we play it again. If that card said draw a card, I get to draw 2 cards now. A ton of speed, even more speed than just the +2, but just enough disruption to utilize that 33 health in order to stop my opponent from playing the game, because Ochako 2 is only having fun when she's doing stuff. So we'll move into it. The massive bombs, right? We've got Howitzer, Impact, Cyclone, Hulking Grimace, Turn to Dust. Turn to Dust being a stun 2, hit you for 5, lift it, slam it down, stun 2, hit you for 5. Sometimes, if you use its abilities, my opponent can lose 2 health to not destroy a foundation. They can lose 2 health to not destroy a foundation. Sometimes this swings for 9, and then you pick it back up, and then it swings for another 9. This is an 18 damage 5 diff that the second one is easier to play. That's almost as good as Hulking Grimace being able to slam down a 7 mid for 10, lift 7 mid for 10. If you're playing against a 7-hand size character, normally that just kills them. And then lastly, Howitzer, Impact, Cyclone, combo enhance, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. This is a 5 for 6 that you steal a momentum, you lift, you play it, you steal a momentum. It's a 5 for 6. You have stolen 2 momentum. It's got powerful 3, boom, boom. So this is another 20 damage coming at you because you got to replay these moves. Not to mention, being a 5-hand size character is cool and all, but drawing more cards is more awesome. Stun Grenade, Vile Seizing, Howitzer, Impact, Cyclone all say the word draw 1 card, or in Stun Grenade's case, add 1 attack to your hand. Discard the top 3, and then add a Fury up to your hand. Incredible. Just incredible. Block zones are amazing as well. But the speed on the character is not quite enough. We've got things like Nervous Habit, Snack Time, Let's Fight Bad Guys to make sure to make a move connect. The worst thing that can happen to Ochako is you just block her moves, because if you block her moves, the best part about the character of I hit you, I lift, and I get to replay just doesn't get to happen. So Nervous Habit, play one of my 33 health for +1 speed. Snack Time, getting rid of the foundations in my hand for 1 speed, stun 1, and then Let's Fight Bad Guys. All of my moves are Furies, flip it for +2 speed. I'm gonna guarantee this hit and then lift and put it back down. When it's things like, Hulking Grimace and Howitzer, Impact, Cyclone, it feels pretty rad. And then lastly, there's just enough disruption to make my opponent stop playing the game on their turn and it return it back to me. We've got things like learning the standard. I'm going to use my 33 health of, if I get hit, I'm going to have them be forced to play another a foundation before they can keep swinging their onslaught. If they do continue, I'll block with things like Showdown and selectively get rid of 2 of their problem cards. Maybe some speed resets, maybe their own learning the standards. I'll turn it down on their turn, and then when it goes back to me, I get to swing my big moves. And then lastly, Night Watch. As I'm checking my actions, just being able to say no to something, being able to cancel an ability might just be the thing that saves you and gives you that bonus turn. So from here, let's look back at Ochako 2 and see what we see, right? One of the only attack that I didn't really get to highlight was just Nitro Explosion Ignition. This card's really cool with Ochako because you play Nitro into your card pool, you play a Fury attack, it hits and it lifts, the Nitro sees that this Fury attack leaves, and you steal a momentum. So like, imagine you play Nitro, Howitzer, Impact, Cyclone, steal a momentum off of the ability, it hits, you lift, you steal another momentum off of Ignition, you play Nitro, you steal another one, destroy a foundation, draw 3 cards. Incredible. Feels amazing. Things like Battle Arena stealing that extra momentum. That looks like it for momentum theft, but I mean there's not much more we could want to add in, right? Some more defense and disruption. We've got things like Struggling with Studies, and Spooky, which feel fantastic. Your character says commit this attack gets -3 speed, and so you can just commit your character for -3 speed, commit the Spooky to swap them, which means like this very slow move is now not actually hitting for very much. In cases of like let's look at the mirror match, right? My opponent plays a Hulking Grimace, and then they give it the 2 speed, so now it's a 7-speed move. I'll commit Ochako, and then give it -3 speed, so now it's a 4 for 10. I'll commit Spooky, it's now a 10 speed for 4. I'm down to take 4 and not take 10, right? So like a really well-timed Spooky can be the difference. And then some flow cards, looking at things like first day of class, commit my first check, my next check gets +2, only playable if it's the first move. Feels very good if my opponent is telegraphing that they're going to be blocking the move. Ochako wants to lube up their check to glide through their turn as much as possible. So first day of class, you know, is just Ochako 1's response that my opponent can't interact with. And then lastly, just League Interview. It's a cute one of discard the top 2 cards of your deck as the first form of the turn. Your next check has +1. Feels very good to not have to commit any foundations for a Hulking Grimace, and then you hit with it, you pick it back up, and then play it back out again. And the last card that I want to talk about before we go into the sideboard is just Go for the Win. It's very easy for Ochako to draw their hand, build 3 foundations, and go, I'm going to attack, and I'm only going to attack for the rest of the turn. Go for the Win is a really easy way for them to continue to build foundations without feeling they're sacrificing their attack turns. They're down to get rid of these cards with things like Snack Time for +1 speed, +1 speed, and then stun 1, and then you go for the win and start building in your stage, getting rid of those just committed foundations and build them off the top. Be careful though, because you can't build in your attack cards, and we really want to see attack cards. Onto the sideboard, we've got things like Arrogant Disposition for punch decks, Forcing Surrenders for card pool stuffing decks like Momo Moneta, another Night Watch in case there's some amount of a specific enhance that matters. Desperate Struggles, putting things back to printed stats feels very good with my 33 health. And then lastly, just double plus ultra, probably for Detroit Smash decks. Very succinct, elegant sideboard. I like the Arrogant Dispositions in the sideboard. It also like accidentally brings in a 6 check, and so like sometimes you just like cross your fingers and check it. With that said, you guys, big shout outs to James for his 12th place finish with Ochako 2. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you go and you check out the playlist that's here on YouTube, as well as all of the other ones, the how to plays that I've done on these tournament winning decks. So with that, again, thank you much for watching. As always, I wish you well.